The white former Minneapolis police officer convicted last month of the murder of the black man George Floyd has requested a new trial. His legal team has filed court documents alleging misconduct by both prosecutors and jurors. Last month, Chauvin was found guilty of second and third degree murder and manslaughter. Matt Sepik is a journalist with Minnesota Public Radio. He has more on that request for a new trial.
Eric Nelson, Chauvin's defense attorney, filed a request today for a retrial, and he is citing multiple grounds, prosecutorial misconduct among them, but he doesn't get into a lot of detail. He also mentions misconduct on the part of the jury, and the fact that there was so much publicity, and that Judge Peter Cahill, who presided over this case, refused requests from the defense to move the case out of Minneapolis because of all of the pretrial publicity. This filing today really was not a surprise. It's a prelude to an expected appeal, which would happen after Chauvin is sentenced on June 25th. This is a common occurrence whenever there's a trial and a verdict that doesn't go the way of the defense. The defense will request a new trial as part of the process, and it really is an expected move on their part.
In a motion filed Tuesday, among them jury misconduct, but it doesn't specifically mention Juror 52, Brandon Mitchell. This week, controversy began surrounding this photo of Mitchell at a rally last August for the 57th anniversary of the March on Washington. In it, he's seen wearing a Black Lives Matter hat and a shirt bearing the title of the rally, "Get Your Knee Off Our Necks," to bring awareness to police brutality.
Either way, I was going to D.C. for this event, even if George Floyd was still alive.
Mitchell told our CBS station WCCO the death of George Floyd had nothing to do with his reasons for attending the March on Washington, which was announced after Floyd's death.
And that march is focused on voter registration and things like that during an election year.
Nelson is asking the judge for a Schwartz hearing, a procedure where jurors are recalled and questioned about potential misconduct. If granted, Mitchell's answers could result in a mistrial.
Whether it's misconduct, that's another level, but there clearly was a failure to disclose.
Minnesota criminal defense attorney Joe Tamburino, who is not affiliated with the case, said Nelson could argue that Mitchell withheld information during jury selection.
They're going to say, look, we didn't have this information, because if we had it, we might have removed Mr. Mitchell.
During jury questioning back in March, Mitchell told the court that he viewed the Black Lives Matter movement favorably.
People of black, pigment, their lives matter. It's just a statement.
Mitchell told the Star Tribune Monday that in a pre-selection questionnaire, he responded no to the following questions. Did you or someone close to you participate in any of the demonstrations or marches against police brutality that took place in Minneapolis after George Floyd's death? And other than what you have already described above, have you or anyone close to you participated in protest about police use of force or police brutality? The judge will now decide on the motion for a new trial based on Mitchell's actions and other alleged errors in this case. Some of these issues were raised during the trial, including change of venue and motion to sequester the jury. The Minnesota Attorney General's office issued a statement saying that the court has already rejected many of these arguments and the state will vigorously oppose them. Chauvin's sentencing is